With each year that goes by, there's bound to be some trend or challenge that blows up the internet. They typically tend to be pointless and a waste of time, but it's pretty interesting to think about them in today's time because some of these I definitely participated in and I want to make fun of other people that did too. So that's what this video is going to be about. I guarantee that even if you have a good memory, there's at least one of these trends you've definitely forgot about. Title card. Forgotten Trends. For the first trend to break down, I invite you into a time machine with me. The year is 2016. July 6th is the date that Pokemon Go was released. I recall my first time hearing about Pokemon Go. At the time, I didn't know much about Pokemon, but I knew of it. And let me say this, after it was released, anyone and everyone that had a phone was consistently playing Pokemon Go. It didn't matter if you were at school, work, driving, exercising, nah. Everywhere I went, there was always at least a couple of people playing this game, and you knew it was them immediately by looking at them. They were walking around in random places with no clear destination, and their eyes were just glued to their phones while they were on the chase for some Pokemans. I was in middle school at the time, and everyone was talking about Pokemon Go during the day, which Pokemons they had caught, which Pokemons they had evolved, the gyms that they battled in. It was the only thing I heard and saw for that whole summer. I'd go on a bike ride to a park near my house and see like 5 people walking the trail of the park. Gotta stop at this Pokestop and collect my incubators. Like, bruh, I fuck with Pokemon Go in general, but it was just too much at the time. There are people who have actually died as a result of playing the game. People falling in front of trains, getting in car crashes, falling off cliffs. It's all true. RIP, man. It wasn't worth it for that Caterpie. Next trend is water bottle flips. Where do I even begin for this one? This, along with planking, have got to be the stupidest trends of all time. Motherfuckers were flipping those water bottles like their entire life depended on it. They knew if they couldn't get more than 2 flips in a row, their girlfriend would dump them, and all of their friends would clown on them. This is sadly true. You were made fun of back then if you couldn't flip a water bottle. People would act like it was a skill too. How many flips can you get in a row, bro? Okay, that was my best muscle man impression, but back to the point. This trend died very quickly, and for good reason too. Any motherfucker that flips a water bottle in 2023 is a fatherless child. Gonna keep the pattern of 2016 trends alive and go with hoverboards for this next one. I have a mixed opinion on hoverboards. On one hand, anyone riding a hoverboard in public looked like an absolute imbecile. They were the clowns of society before killer clowns, which I will be talking about next. And on the other hand, I'll admit, those things are fun as hell to ride on. Me and my friends used to play hoverboard soccer because my friend had like 4 of them back then. It was incredibly dangerous but super fun, and I totally recommend for anyone trying to go to the hospital for a mild ankle sprain. In all fairness, hoverboards were a cool concept, it's just the practicality of them wasn't really there. You had to carry them around in places that you couldn't ride them on, and they were like a million pounds. And they were like a million pounds, so I'd say hoverboards should be left in the past. At least until they come out with some new technology that makes them easily portable. Actually, never mind. They should just stay in the past. Forever. Next trend. Killer clowns. Man, 2016 just kept getting stupider and stupider, huh? People would dress up in clown costumes, wander around public places, and carry actual weapons to scare people. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared of killer clowns. I never actually saw one back then, but I can picture it in my head. I'm walking down the street, minding my own business, listening to the new Savage Mode album, thinking I'm gangster and shit. Then boom, a clown pops out of nowhere and starts chasing me. Like, hell nah, get your ominous ass away from me, bruh. I ain't trying to deal with all that. I recall Halloween of this year. All of my friends were talking about how they wanted to see a clown and go beat the fuck out of it. But I was scared shitless, man. I was hella scared of clowns back then. The movie It especially. But if that ever happened to the current me, I'm squaring up with that clown. He ain't gonna scare me. You would think that there'd be hella cases of people being killed in encounters with clowns, but nah. The only one I could find was a 16-year-old wearing a clown mask that was stabbed to death. Pretty messed up. But what did these clowns expect when people actually try to defend themselves? I don't know. The youth of America definitely dodged a bullet with that one. Literally. Fidget spinners. Saying the word fidget spinner makes me cringe so bad. I take back what I said before about water bottle flips being the stupidest trend of all time. This one definitely takes the cake. When I think of fidget spinners, the first thing that comes to my head is me sitting in the cafeteria of school, watching a horde of kids around me playing with their fidget spinners, trading them around with each other and shit, debating on whose was the coolest looking and which ones spin the best. Motherfuckers would switch out their bearings with someone else's fidget spinner, then act like they did something. Talking about this makes my brain hurt so bad, but it must be done. In the fidget spinner society, you had the low ranking commoners that had these ones. They were just starting to get into it and didn't have any cool tricks or skills. The next level was mid-tier fidget spinners. These motherfuckers had just stolen their mom's credit card and ordered ones that looked like this on Amazon the night before. This group in the fidget spinner circle was the majority of people. I myself even had one of these. But the next tier was the elite spinners. They had the most high quality fidget spinners forged from the vibranium mines of Wakanda. They also had the biggest fidget spinner collection and were considered the elders of the society. These motherfuckers were menaces to society. If you were one of these kids back then chances are I don't like the person you become. The final trend I'll be talking about is also the most recent one, the Area 51 raid. I don't even know if it's correct to call this a trend. It was just a widely known event that was poorly executed and not thought out at all. But the hype for this one was unreal. 2019 was the year that it was popular, and that shit was everywhere on the internet at the time. I think the Instagram memes were what really gave it the hype. There were so many memes about people raiding Area 51 and seeing what it was that the government was trying to hide from us. The main catchphrase to justify it being, "They can't stop all of us," when in reality they could. They definitely could. And it wasn't some big raid or anything. I think there was like 3,000 people that went there just to watch what was going to happen, and then 200 people that actually went up to the gate. Turns out people didn't like the idea of being arrested for trespassing and the destruction of US government property in the middle of a desert. I kind of wish that I would have participated in this one. I feel like it would be a great story to recall for the rest of my life. Despite the fact that it was a massive letdown and basically left everyone who went disappointed and stuck in the middle of nowhere in Nevada. Yeah, I was kidding, by the way. Thank you to everyone who made it to the end of this video. I had a lot of fun writing the script for this one, mainly because I was able to look back on so many stupid memories throughout the years. I appreciate your view, and if you appreciated the content today, then I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, as I'll be making these type of videos every other week from now on. With that being said, I hope you have a good day, stay productive, and until next time, motherfucker.